It was April 2009. 17-year-old Brittanee Drexel from Rochester, New York, had been looking forward to a few carefree days in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Against her mother's wishes, she joined friends for a spring break trip, a taste of independence and sunshine after months of winter. She was outgoing, athletic, and filled with ambition, hoping to study cosmetology after graduation. But somewhere between the laughter, ocean air, and neon nightlife of South Ocean Boulevard, her story took a dark turn. On the evening of April 25th, Brittanee left the Bar Harbor Hotel to visit friends staying at another resort about 1.5 miles away. She was seen on security cameras entering the Blue Water Resort, chatting briefly before leaving around 8:45 p.m. It was her last confirmed sighting. She texted her boyfriend shortly after, but by 9:15 p.m., her phone went silent, and so did she. When Brittanee's texts stopped abruptly that night, her boyfriend grew worried. The next day, when she failed to return to her hotel, her friends contacted her mother in New York. Within hours, a missing persons report was filed, and the search began. Investigators traced her last cell phone ping to a remote area south of Myrtle Beach, near Georgetown County, more than 50 miles away. That single ping was chilling. It placed Brittanee's phone in a desolate, swampy region known for its thick woods and gator-filled creeks. It was a place she never would have gone willingly, especially at night. From that moment, investigators knew something terrible had happened between the crowded boardwalk and that silent, haunted patch of land. Back in New York, Brittanee's mother, Dawn Drexel, received the call every parent dreads. She immediately flew to South Carolina, joining volunteers and police in a desperate search. Helicopters swept over the coastline, K-9 units combed dunes and wooded lots, and hundreds of flyers were distributed across Myrtle Beach. But as days turned into weeks, no trace of Brittanee appeared. Dawn refused to believe her daughter was gone for good. She met with reporters daily, pleading for leads. Her determination caught national attention. Brittanee's photo appeared on news broadcasts and billboards across multiple states. Still, silence hung heavy over the investigation. Someone, somewhere, knew what happened that night. As time passed, the trail went cold. Detectives interviewed everyone Brittanee was last seen with: friends, acquaintances, and hotel staff. They tracked down nightclub promoters and locals, but no one was charged. Rumors filled the void: abduction, trafficking, even theories that she'd been taken south and never seen again. Each rumor sparked hope and heartbreak for the Drexel family. Between 2010 and 2020, investigators followed hundreds of leads. The FBI joined the search, offering rewards and re-interviewing witnesses. Despite the scale of the investigation, Brittanee's disappearance became one of the most haunting mysteries in modern true crime. A young girl vanished in plain sight, leaving only digital traces and unanswered questions behind. In May 2022, 13 years after Brittanee vanished, everything changed. A man named Raymond Moody, a registered sex offender living in Georgetown County, was taken into custody for obstruction. During questioning, he broke. Authorities say Moody confessed to kidnapping and killing Brittanee on the very night she disappeared, leading them to a remote wooded area where he buried her body. Forensics confirmed what the Drexel family had feared for over a decade: the remains found were Brittanee's. The discovery sent shockwaves through Myrtle Beach. A case once lost to time had finally cracked open, and the truth was darker than anyone imagined. Moody's confession revealed that he had lured Brittanee from Myrtle Beach, assaulted her, and killed her shortly after. He buried her body in a shallow grave near his home in Georgetown County. The plea deal he later accepted detailed these horrifying events in full. In October 2022, Raymond Moody pleaded guilty to kidnapping, rape, and murder. The judge sentenced him to life in prison. Justice long delayed, but finally delivered. In court, Dawn Drexel stood with tears in her eyes. She called the moment bittersweet. Closure came, but at a devastating cost. Her daughter's light had been stolen, but now, her voice would echo through the halls of justice. In the years that followed, the ripple effects of Brittanee's case continued. Moody's longtime girlfriend, Angel Voss, was later charged with lying to the FBI about her knowledge of the events. She eventually pleaded guilty in federal court. For the Drexel family, the fight wasn't just for Brittanee. it became a mission to raise awareness about missing persons and victims of sexual violence. Across South Carolina, vigils were held to honor Brittanee's memory. Her story reminded parents, teens, and travelers alike of how a single decision can change everything. The once bustling boardwalk where she was last seen now carries a silent weight, a reminder of innocence lost to cruelty. Today, Brittanee Drexel's story stands as both tragedy and testament. For 13 long years, her mother refused to give up, and that unrelenting hope brought the truth to light. Her name has become a symbol of strength for countless families still searching for answers. Though Brittanee's voice was silenced, her story continues to speak, urging the world to remember the missing, demand justice, and never let their memories fade. The waves that once carried her laughter now echo a promise: she will never be forgotten. If this case grabbed your attention, click subscribe and join our growing community of true crime seekers. Comment your theories below. We read them all. And as always, thank you for keeping the memory of the missing alive.